सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
There were many questions floating in political circles when BJP President JP Nadda reconstituted the party's parliamentary board last month. Why was Nitin Gadkari dropped? Why was Shivraj Chauhan dropped? Why were the party's new stars like Yogi Adityanath and Himanta Biswa Sharma not made a member of the top decision-making body? And why were political lightweights like Sudha Yadav and Iqbal Singh Lalpura included in the party's parliamentary board, leaving out many political heavyweights? Well, when it came to those who were removed, one can just say there was a message for them. We discussed the Gadkari case recently when we talked about why he was thinking aloud about quitting politics. In Chauhan's case, obviously, the BJP High Command is looking to develop new leadership in Madhya Pradesh. He may take comfort in the fact, though, that Narendra Modi, when he was the Gujarat Chief Minister, had also been dropped from the parliamentary board. Anyway, there is no point in spending much time on something that happened last month. Nadda had reconstituted the parliamentary board last month. What I want to discuss in this episode of Politically Correct is what to make out of a series of appointments and changes in the BJP over the past 4 weeks. In the parliamentary board, in the Central Election Committee, new BJP presidents in several states, and last week's reshuffle in which new in charges of states were declared. The broad message I read in these changes is that Narendra Modi and Amit Shah have set out to bring a sense of stability and certainty in the party organization about 17-18 months ahead of the 24 Lok Sabha election. When you look at all these new appointments, it also seems that BJP President JP Nadda is set for a second term in office. And that's a big message, I would say. With a little over 4 months left in Nadda's 3-year tenure, which started on the 20th of January 2020, Modi and Shah wouldn't go for such large-scale organizational reshuffles, changes, if they had a new party president in mind. Well, guessing their mind based on deductions or logical reasoning can be a hazardous exercise. I have spoken about it earlier. They are known to spring surprises. But the fact is, Nadda has been a perfect fit as the BJP president. He knows his limitations in a party run by the Union Home Minister in consultation with the Prime Minister. He knows his role is to implement whatever he is tasked with. He has excelled at that. His loyalty to them is unquestionable. So on the face of it, Modi and Shah may not have good reasons to find his replacement. So I was discussing the possibility of Nadda getting a second term in office with one of his close associates. And I asked him, how is it that Modi and Shah are giving a second term as BJP president to a leader from Himachal Pradesh, which is not such a politically significant state given that it sends just 4 MPs to the Lok Sabha. I just wondered aloud, why not someone from South India? The BJP has been trying hard for expansion in South India, but it hasn't had any president from South India for the last 18 years. Not after 2004. The last one was Venkaiah Naidu. Out of 30 cabinet ministers at the center, there are only 4 from South India. You can count them: Jaishankar, Nirmala Sitharaman, Prahlad Joshi, and G. Kishan Reddy. So the BJP president from South India could be a good idea. As I said, I was just wondering aloud. What the BJP functionary told me, his reply. He said, why are you limiting Nadda ji to Himachal? Well, he did his schooling from Patna and joined the AVVP when he was in Patna University. He is married in Madhya Pradesh. His mother-in-law, Jayashree Banerjee, is a former MP from Jabalpur. She was a minister also. And Nadda's wife speaks fluent Bengali. So all these make him a pan-India personality. That's what that BJP functionary told me. Well, I had nothing to say. Anyway, that was just a chit chat. When Modi and Shah think of a presidential candidate of the world's largest political organization, his or her home state can't be a prime consideration for sure. Anyway, I'm digressing a bit. Let me come back to the overall organizational changes that the BJP High Command has carried out in the past month or past 4 weeks or so. If you look at the changes closely, it seems there is a concerted attempt to accommodate leaders who may be feeling left out and sulking. Then there is an attempt to draft a new crop of leaders into organizational work and to promote those who have shown promise. Look at the new in charges of states who were appointed last week. Most of us always considered Dr. Sambit Patra as a fiery spokesman, but in November 2020, Nadda made him Manipur in charge. Now, Patra has been given a big promotion. He has been appointed the coordinator of northeastern states. He is virtually stepping into the shoes of Himanta Biswa Sharma. Patra has obviously been rewarded after the BJP secured a majority on its own in the Manipur Assembly in the last election. Look at how the BJP nurses talent. So here was a fiery spokesman who was given an organizational responsibility as in charge of a small state, Manipur, in 2020. He proved his mettle and now he has been given a bigger responsibility. Then, in appointing Rituraj Sinha, a young leader from Bihar, joint coordinator for the Northeast, the BJP is trying out another leader in an organizational role. Rituraj is the son of former MP R.K. Sinha, the founder of security service provider SIS India. Let's look at some other in charges. Now, Vinod Tawde, who was General Secretary in charge of Haryana, has been given charge of Bihar, a very important responsibility given how the party has been dumped by Nitish Kumar in a state that sends 40 MP to the Lok Sabha. Vinod Tawde, he's a Maratha leader from Mumbai. He and Devendra Fadnavis are not exactly the best of friends. He was a high-profile minister in Fadnavis government with multiple portfolios. He had school, higher and technical education, medical education, as also cultural affairs. But then Fadnavis divested him of medical education portfolio. Then in the 2019 assembly election, Vinod Tawde was denied a party ticket. After that, next year in November 2020, he was made National General Secretary in charge of Haryana and has now been entrusted with the crucial responsibility of Bihar. Incidentally, another BJP leader, Chandrasekhar Bawankule, who had also been denied ticket in 2019 assembly election, has been appointed Maharashtra BJP president. It's not just about rehabilitating leaders who had found themselves sidelined when Fadnavis ruled the roost in Maharashtra BJP. They are also part of the BJP's what you may call social engineering strategy. While Tawde is a Maratha from Mumbai, Bawankule is an OBC leader belonging to the Teli community. Besides, Bawankule, like Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, was also an auto rickshaw driver. Another Fadnavis detractor, Pankaja Munde, has been retained as Madhya Pradesh co-in charge in the latest organizational reshuffle. Then let's look at other faces. Former Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Deb, who had been suddenly removed as the Chief Minister in May, had been rehabilitated with his nomination to the Rajya Sabha and appointment as in charge of Haryana. Biplab Deb, who had been dropped from what many of his party colleagues attribute to non-political reasons, he was sulking after his ouster. He is without doubt the most popular face of the BJP in Tripura. Deb had to be mollified and co-opted. So he was given charge of Haryana, again an important state for the BJP. The BJP has also appointed Rajiv Bhattacharjee, a leader known to be close to Biplab Deb, as the new Tripura BJP president. Let's look at some other faces. Vijay Rupani, who was suddenly removed as Gujarat Chief Minister last September, he has been given charge of Punjab, while Mahesh Sharma, who had been left out of the Union Cabinet in 2019, has been given charge of Tripura. So as a BJP leader told me, quote, unquote, I'm quoting him here, you should see these appointments as a reflection of Modi ji's sabka saath sabka vikas slogan. It's a message that nobody is left out in this organization. Everybody will be accommodated somewhere sooner than later. Well, it's true to a certain extent, but it also depends on their utility and perceived loyalty quotient, I would say. While B.S. Yadurappa, a powerful Lingayat leader who has been sulking since his removal as Karnataka Chief Minister, he found a place in the BJP's parliamentary board. Gadkari and Chauhan were dropped from the board. Prakash Javadekar, he's 71-year-old now. Javadekar was dropped from the Union Cabinet last year. He has now been rehabilitated as Kerala in charge. But many of the ministers who were dropped along with him or earlier have been left high and dry. You can name them: Ravi Shankar Prasad, Sadanand Gowda, Harshvardhan, among a host of others. Fate of individual leaders aside, BJP High Command's attempt to co-opt leaders who might be feeling left out for various reasons reflects PM Modi's idea of a party organization. As a friend shared with me, that friend of mine had an opportunity to interact with the PM, and he was sharing with me what the PM told him. So he had asked the Prime Minister, what is your idea of a political organization? Modi's response was, and I quote, you see, there are hundreds of people sitting in a cinema hall. They are all there with a common objective, to watch the movie. Suppose someone suddenly shouts, snake, snake. What will happen? People will jump over one another's shoulders and bodies to run out of the hall. That's not an organization. You have to be trained to be together and work for a common objective, no matter what crisis comes. That was Modi's idea of an organization, which he told a friend of mine who had met him. Finally, those who stick together, I'm not quoting Modi here, I'm just wrapping it up. So those who stick together will get their rewards sooner or later. That seems to be the message from Modi and Shah as they carry out the current round of organizational revamp. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching.